This is TomoNews for Tuesday, February 14th. Heaviest woman on Earth gets set for extreme weight loss surgery. This is Iman Ahmed. Age 36, she's believed to be the world's heaviest woman and has been bedridden for more than 2 decades. This week, Ahmed was flown from her home in Alexandria, Egypt, to Mumbai, India, via cargo plane. There, she's on a 25-day liquid diet to get her weight down from nearly half a ton to 445 kilograms before undergoing extreme surgery to reduce her mass even more. And going from these photos, the journey to the aircraft was an operation in itself. First, they had to construct a special bed for Ahmed to be transported in. Then, part of her bedroom wall was knocked down so that she could be fished out by crane. She was then transported to the airport and loaded into the hold of the cargo plane. Ahmed suffers from elephantiasis, a condition that causes the body to fatten, and that's just one of her many medical dilemmas. She can't speak or use her right arm or leg because of a stroke. And on top of that, she's got diabetes, gout, high blood pressure, and restrictive lung disease. Ahmed will be operated on at Safi Hospital, where India's top obesity surgeon, known as Dr. Mufi, has taken her on pro bono. During the op, Ahmed's stomach will be cut down to around 15% of its original size. Surgeons eventually hope to reduce Ahmed's weight to less than 100 kilograms through various medical procedures over a 4-year period, meaning the battle to save Ahmed's life is going to be a long and potentially dangerous one.
Chinese zoos obese tigers anger animal rights activists. Aww, look at those chubby fat cats. How cute are they? Not so fast, animal lovers. While these roly-poly tigers might look well taken care of, the truth is they're being way overfed, and their quality of life is poor at best. These photos of the tubby cats at the Siberian Tiger Park in Harbin City, China, have been circulating on Chinese social media under a lighter tone. Now, having reached America, animal activists say their obvious plight is no laughing matter. While they're getting plenty of food, they're also developing problems with their joints and limbs, impairing their ability to walk normally. Siberian tigers are typically solitary creatures, so keeping several of them confined to the same small space is problematic as it is. Making them fat only exacerbates the issue. The tigers also may be getting fat because visitors are allowed to feed them, either by offering the cats beef strips from a tour bus or paying for a live cow, goat, or chicken to be dumped into the enclosure, where the fat cats begin a feeding frenzy. Though the park makes claims of tiger conservation, animal welfare groups counter that that's simply a cover for the production of tiger skins and tiger bone wines, what government bodies in China are actually more interested in. Let's hope for their sakes tourists smarten up and help the tigers lay off the munchies. Woman pretending to fly falls off escalator and dies. A New Jersey woman plummeted to her death over the weekend after horsing around on the World Trade Center's Oculus escalator. On February 11th at around 5:30 a.m., Jenny Santos and her twin sister were heading toward the train platform to catch a ride back to New Jersey. Trying to be funny on the escalator, Santos leaned over the moving handrail and lifted her legs off the ground, pretending to fly. Her foolish behavior cost her dearly when her weight shifted forward and she fell 34 feet, landing headfirst on the marble floor. 29-year-old Santos died of blunt force trauma to the head and torso. A man who witnessed the scene said there was a lot of blood. The guardrails at the Oculus station measure 3 feet 4 inches tall, leading some to call for better protection. That, or just don't mess around on escalators.
Largest ever fleet of satellites will keep a constant eye on Earth. Satellite images of every place on Earth taken every single day will move one step closer to reality this week when these satellites are launched into space. A San Francisco startup named Planet plans to launch the largest fleet of satellites in history aboard a rocket from India. The 88 Dove imaging satellites will be deployed at an approximate altitude of 500 kilometers on a sun-synchronous orbit. That means they will pass over any given point on the Earth's surface at the same local solar time. Combined with 12 Dove satellites already in space, 100 satellites in total will fly north to south as the Earth rotates beneath them to form a line scanner constellation of satellites. If the launch is successful, Planet expects to capture daily images of the entire Earth. The solar-powered Dove satellites weigh about 4 kilograms each and are equipped with a series of optics and sensors. These include a main camera that can capture images at 3 to 5 meter resolution. The shoebox-sized satellites will continually photograph the surface of the Earth and complete an orbit approximately every 90 minutes. Planet recently acquired Google's Terra Bella satellite business, including its 7 high-resolution SkySat satellites. The SkySat satellites are about the size of a cubicle mini refrigerator. They can capture 90-centimeter resolution images in color and near-infrared. Antique books stolen in Mission Impossible-style heist. A gang of well-organized thieves stole rare books worth nearly £2 million in London last month, just days before the antiques were due to be flown to the US for an event. 3 thieves climbed onto the roof of a storage facility near Heathrow Airport between January 29th and January 30th and drilled holes into the reinforced glass fiber skylights. The gang rappelled 40 feet down while avoiding the warehouse's motion sensor alarms. The robbers sifted through 4 containers of antique books, checking the titles against stock lists and taking only those they wanted. Early works by Galileo, Da Vinci, and Isaac Newton were among those taken. But the jewel in the haul was a 1566 copy of On the Revolutions by Copernicus, worth £215,000. 160 selected books were put in bags and pulled up to the roof, before then being lowered to a waiting van. Authorities speculate that the books were stolen to order, since it would be impossible to sell them for a hefty price on the regular market. 2 young girls shot in Chicago. 2 girls, one aged 11 and the other aged 12, were shot in separate incidents on Saturday night in Chicago. 12-year-old Canary Bowers was playing with her friends in a playground when they heard gunshots. The children fled immediately in different directions. While Canary was running for safety, a bullet struck the right side of her neck and shattered her spine. About 30 minutes later, 11-year-old Takaya Holmes was sitting in the backseat of a minivan in a parking lot with her 3-year-old brother, her mother, and her aunt. Takaya's mother heard gunshots and told everyone to get down, but the young girl didn't have time to react and was hit in the head by a bullet. No arrests have been made in connection with either incident. The 2 girls are both in critical condition in the hospital. They were among at least 21 people shot in Chicago over the weekend.